Welcome to week 4 of VPTV.FM radio.
Good morning, Valley Park. It's been another busy week around Canada's largest middle school. Today on the show, we'll be talking about news, sports, and upcoming events.
And we'll have reports on nutrition, our eco-school application. We'll speak to representatives from the visiting principals delegation from China.
And we'll tag along with the grade 7s who all visited the Science Center yesterday. Stay tuned.
First up, news and upcoming events.
Hi, I'm Pratheep. Last Thursday night, March 3rd, Valley Park was visited by hundreds of students and their families for the second annual Valley Park Science Fair celebration. Listen to the broadcast after the March break for some exclusive interviews.
Hi, I'm Tanzila. In other news, a biggie, Valley Park will host its first ever sleepover in support of the Go Green cricket field. Students and their families are invited to attend this event on April 1st and 2nd. There will be food, music, games, and of course, cricket on giant screens. It's a fun party celebrating the final cricket game. Be sure to email Mr. Stefanoff or bring the form back to school indicating you and your family's attendance. Hope to see you there.
On Wednesday, Mr. Skura and some grade 7 and 8 students attended a skills competition at Science Center. And yesterday, all of the grade 7 classes went on to the Science Center. With that report, here is Samir.
Thanks, Prateep. All of the grade 7 had an awesome time yesterday. They all attended the interactive, fun, and fantastic Action Earth presentation, and then had the opportunity to explore with their groups the Science Center exhibits.
Here is some of the people they met.
I work at the Science Center as a science educator, that's my title, so I teach school programs and I develop school programs as well. Our program's called Action Earth. It was the first program that we piloted using clickers, and so it's kind of neat because we wanted to have a way where large groups of students could interact with the program to make it a little bit more truly interactive, because when you have a really large group, you can only call up so many volunteers. And we found it's been pretty successful, so we've actually implemented clickers into some of our other programs. But I also really like it because then we can analyze the data we get from lots of groups over large periods of time and figure out which concepts students understand really well, and maybe if there's ones where they need a little bit more help or instruction, so it helps us as well to make our job better, or to do our job better.
Hi there, my name is John Evelyn. I'm amateur radio operator Victor Alpha 3 Juliet Echo. I've been an amateur radio operator since 1962, which means I'm probably older than many of your grandfathers. Amateur radio is a hobby. One of the things that we have here at the Science Center is a fairly good amateur radio station. When conditions are right, it allows us to talk to other amateur radio operators around the world. When we do talk to another amateur radio station and they're interesting, we will send them what we call a QSL card, and they will send us a QSL card commemorating the event, that is the contact. We've probably talked to between 35 and 40,000 since other amateur stations around the world since the OSC put the amateur radio on. We also look at the amateur radio satellites because we have an amateur radio satellite system. Amateur radio satellites have been in orbit for 20 or 30 years. We can talk to other hands through the satellite. But an interesting part of that is the fact that the International Space Station has an amateur radio on board. And we track the International Space Station. With our equipment here, we could theoretically talk to the astronauts. it's not there just for hams to talk to hams. It's really a NASA public relations exercise, and the astronauts will in fact talk to junior middle schools around the world on amateur radio. Usually a science teacher or a principal will call NASA and say, look, next year I want my class to talk to the astronauts. It takes a year to get set up. When the International Space Station actually goes over Toronto, or the junior middle school somewhere in the world, at the appropriate time, an amateur will come in and set up his equipment, and for the 10 minutes, and that's all you get, for the 10 minutes as the International Space Station goes over the school, the kids have a conversation with the astronauts.
Hi, my name is Tyler. I'm from York University. We're part of the USEND, which is a nano-satellite design group at York University. What we do is we build nano-satellites. What those are is they're 10 centimeter cube satellites that are about 1 1/3 kilograms in weight. So these little tiny satellites get launched into space, and they can achieve so many different scientific missions for a fraction of what a large satellite can do. It's an excellent opportunity to get students involved, all the way from the undergraduate degrees at York University all the way up through their masters. They get to see a satellite fly and really get their hands dirty with satellite work. These satellites undertake all the same things that a large satellite will do, but for a fraction of the size. So our satellite has a thruster on it, it has communication systems on it, onboard computing, solar panels, everything you would expect on a normal satellite, but just shrunk down to miniature size. So since 2000, they have become kind of a standard size, and since then a lot of the bigger space companies are using these as scientific tools. So there's...
Are they in orbit somewhere? Are they in orbit now?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot up there in orbit right now. For example...
Do you personally know one of them?
Yeah, CanX-2 was launched by University of Toronto, and it has parts on it from all around the world, including York University, and is doing readings of the atmosphere as we speak.
Thank you, Samir. And now, here's our first feature, Chinese principals visit Valley Park.
You're listening to VPTV.FM radio.
Earlier this week, Valley Park was visited by 53 principals from China. They were here on a fact-finding mission, and I spoke with them. Hello, I'm Sarah from VPTV.FM radio. Welcome to Valley Park. What is your name and role with the Chinese delegation?
My name is Fiona. I'm the coordinator of the Chinese delegation group. We are come from Jiangsu province.
Fiona, where in China is Changzhou province?
Oh, it's in North China, but near Shanghai.
Thank you, Fiona. We hope you enjoyed visiting the school. I'm now joined by Principal Rebecca Tam. She's a retired TDSB principal and is a coordinator of the delegation. And she's a former Valley Park teacher. Welcome back, Ms. Tam.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Tam. I'm a retired TDSB principal, and I used to be a teacher here at Valley Park School. I taught here for 10 years in special ed, and I'm really happy to be back here today to visit.
Ms. Tam, what is the reason for your visit today?
I brought a group of 53 principals with me. They're visiting here in Ontario. They're principals from China and learning the Ontario education system here. And thank you so much, Valley Park, for hosting us. Your generosity, your kindness have been much appreciated, and students have been wonderful. The principal, the vice principal, the teachers, absolutely fantastic. It just brought back a lot of memory for me. I taught here, and what a beautiful, friendly, loving community. Thank you so much, Valley Park.
Thank you, Ms. Tam. We wish you and your guests a safe and enjoyable visit. I'm Sarah.
Hello everyone, this is Sinjin.
Valley Park is not only trying to be an eco school, it's trying to be a healthy school. To that end, we were visited by a TDSB dietitian who cooked up some yummy food that she shared, along with the delicious recipes too. Here she is.
My name is Kathy Howell, and I'm a registered dietitian, and I work for the Toronto District School Board. I'm a supervisor with nutrition services, and Valley Park is one of my cafeterias. So I don't know if the kids at Valley Park are aware, but March in Canada is Nutrition Month. It's put on by Dietitians of Canada across the country, and the theme this year, for the second year running, is promoting cooking, healthy cooking. It's trying to get kids and families back in the kitchen, cooking food from scratch. You know, we sort of got away from that. People are so busy, and food is kind of taken a back seat. So we're trying to put it on the front seat and get kids and families interested in cooking. So today, I thought what I would do is a soup. I'm promoting soup because I think it's easy to make, it's inexpensive, it can be done at any time of year. And today I'm doing a squash soup because squash is local, it's seasonal, it's available all winter, and I hope the kids really like it. And as well, Helen has made some brownies, and these are brownies that are a little bit lower in fat, but if you taste them, you'll never know the difference. They're absolutely delicious. So we'll have samples of those for the kids to try, and that's something that we will be selling more of in our cafeteria. So Helen's going to be doing some really nice home baking for the kids to enjoy. And I've got recipes for the squash soup and the broccoli soup. I've also got a coleslaw for the kids to try with a different kind of spin. And we have lots of handouts on healthy eating. So it's interactive, kids ask questions, and I hope they have a lot of fun. It's going to be hectic at lunch because this is the biggest school I have, but I think it'll be great. Hi, I'm Kathy Howell, and you're listening to VPTV.FM radio.
Mika Foster from TDSB's Eco Schools visited Valley Park last week for a waste audit. We caught up with Mika in the atrium where she was debriefing science teacher Mr. Bates.
Hi Mika, could you tell our listeners who you are and why you're at the school today?
My name is Mika Foster. I work for the Toronto District School Board with Eco Schools Department, and one of the things I do is go visit schools to do waste audits.
Do you do audits at all TDSB schools?
Normally I just go to schools that are applying for Platinum Eco School status, but your vice principal said, I think I'd like you to come and just do an audit, so I can only do those audits, for example for Valley Park, after I finish the Platinum waste audits. And you're about my 75th or 76th audit since the end of September.
Wow, Mika, that's a lot of audits. What did you find here?
And what did we find? But simply a lot of food that should have been eaten, a lot of beverages that should have been consumed, a lot of paper that should have been recycled, a lot of containers that should have been recycled, and the teacher should probably be using reusable coffee cups.
That's quite a list. What else do we need to do?
And the cafeteria should try to use avoid using polystyrene for their serving and using paper. This will be more effective once we have a green bin program, which probably isn't going to happen for a couple of years.
Thank you very much, Mika. Valley Park, we have a lot to do. Let's start today in the caf. And hey, teachers, you too. Let's all do our part to become green. I'm Sarah.
Great, Sarah. I hear you spoke with some students about the waste audit. What did they have to say?
Thank you. I'm with Ushba and Myra from Mr. Bates' class. Can you tell us what you found?
Hi, my name is Ushba.
And I'm Myra.
Hello, we are from Mr. Bates' class, and on Tuesday, March 1st, 2011, Myra and I participated in a waste audit. We sorted the waste people created from the previous day.
We are going to talk to you about something we found in the trash during the waste audit.
Believe it or not, we are not an eco-friendly school, but we are applying, so that's the start.
Do you know why we aren't an eco-friendly school? Here is why.
Of the 102 pounds of trash, more than 22.44 pounds were recyclables, which is not good. We even found 3.96 pounds of unopened food, which is very wasteful. Food waste and soiled paper was the most shocking, 48.4 pounds. To be honest, only 22.66 pounds from the garbage we sorted was real garbage. Something that our class is doing to reduce its footprint is we created a bin in which we can put our reusable, unwanted items such as pens or pencils that we found on the ground. We are telling you this because we want to become an eco-friendly school, and with your help we can. And before we finish, something we found a lot in the trash were coffee cups, and coffee cups are not recyclable because the government doesn't collect them. So some things the teachers can do to reduce the number of cups our school produces is that teachers can bring reusable cups. Together we can make a difference.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ushba.
And I'm Myra.
And you're listening to VPTV.FM Radio.
That's it for the show. Join us on Friday, March 25th for a virtual trip to Sheldon and our special feature on the 2nd Annual Valley Park Science Fair. I'm Pratheep.
And I'm Tanzila. Pratheep and I wish you all a great March break. Bye for now.